Injury that can change the way the brain functions.
Numbers from the Mayo Clinic show more than 3 million people suffer concussion every year. Researchers continue to study the long-term impacts of the injury, but there's concern about the risk for repeated concussions in children.
That's why an effort is underway to try to prevent the traumatic brain injury among the youngest players in the gym and on the field. RTV 6 State House reporter Katie Hines joins us with details. Katie?
Todd and Erica, a Noblesville man is spearheading the effort at the State House after losing his brother, this man, to a disease believed to be directly linked to concussions. And you might recognize him. Dave Duerson was a standout football player in the NFL. He suffered from CTE and he took his own life in 2011.
Dave was the most talented athlete to ever come out of Northside High School.
First four. This one's for Giles, intercepted by Duerson.
It was the start of a standout football career for Dave Duerson that included the role of starting safety on the 1985 Chicago Bears. It was after more than a decade in the NFL, and while he was managing his own business, his brother Michael started noticing changes in his behavior.
Everything was treated as if it was a football team. And that's not how you run a company. And so he was pretty rough around the edges before he took his life.
Dave left a note for his family asking to give his brain to the NFL Brain Bank. That's when researchers discovered he had been in the fourth and final stage of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, which is believed to be associated with repeated concussions.
Losing my brother was very tough. But at age 18, I suffered a concussion playing basketball for IUPUI, and it left me with paralysis on my left side for 6 months.
He's working closely with Senator Tim Lannon on a proposed change in state law to require all middle and high school coaches of every sport to undergo concussion training, something IU sports medicine physician Dr. John Baldia thinks is a good idea, given concerns about the impact to younger athletes who tend to have longer recoveries.
The more awareness and the more education out there, the better, because the more parents you have and the more coaches you have that are trained to look for what might occur as a symptom of concussion, the safer the kids will be.
Michael Duerson, he had reached the pinnacle of his career after being named one of the top 10 African-American engineers in the country. He's now unable to work or drive. He says that's a direct result of the psychological and neurological impacts of that concussion that he went through at age 18, and he says he doesn't want anyone else to go through this. The proposal that he helped to craft moves to the House now for consideration. Todd and Erica.
Katie, thank you.